On April 22nd, terror once again bared its bloody face in Jammu and Kashmir. Armed terrorists opened fire at a resort in Pahalgam, killing 26 innocent Hindu tourists. This is not just an attack on individuals. It was an attack on India's peace, India's economy, and India's dreams. Families who had traveled to enjoy the stunning beauty of Kashmir found themselves trapped in a nightmare. Travel agencies are flooded with cancellation, hotels stand empty, and the hope of a peaceful tourism season has been shattered. Targeting civilians, crippling local economies, and trying to tear apart India's unity. But while India mourns and the United States stands firmly with India, condemning their brutal attack, Qatar's biggest media house has chosen a disgraceful path. Instead of calling these bloodthirsty terrorists what they are shamefully referring to them as attackers and rebels. This is not journalism, it is a propaganda. How can an international media outlet which claims to uphold the principles of truth and human rights shy away from calling terrorists terrorists? How can it downplay the cold-blooded murder of innocent tourists by using soft words like rebels? In doing so, they are not reporting the news. They are sanitizing terrorism. Let's be very clear. These were not rebels. These were not attackers. They were terrorists, murderers brainwashed and funded by forces that hate India's rise and prosperity. Their goal was not resistance or freedom. Their goal was death and destruction. Every bullet that they fired was against India's peace. Every life that they stole was a blow to humanity itself. But the world is standing with India. In sharp contrast to Qatar's biggest media house, world leaders and organizations have condemned this attack in the strongest terms. Indian American leaders and Hindu organizations in the US, the UK, Canada, across the world have voiced their deep sadness and anger. Prominent figures all across the world, including the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Keir Starmer, have demanded justice and international action. Even the United States government, very strong ally of India, have recognized the threat of terrorism. There is growing consensus across political lines in America that soft-peddling terrorism is dangerous and irresponsible. Exactly what Qatar's media outlet is actually doing. Is it ironic that an international media outlet which freely reports on human rights abuses elsewhere cannot muster the courage to call out Islamic terrorism in Kashmir? Instead, they use the word that romanticizes terror and insult the victims. Where was their outrage when 26 innocent Hindu tourists were gunned down for their faith? Where was their demand for justice when families were torn apart in matters of seconds? Why is there selective sympathy when the victims are Indians? But let me tell you, today's India is not the India of 1990s. India will not bow down to terror. India will not allow its narrative to be twisted by biased foreign media. The Indian Army, intelligence agencies and security forces are hunting down these terrorists and dismantling their network. India will protect its people, its tourists, its economy and its future with or without international media support. Here's a message to the world. Terrorism must be called out without ifs and buts. Media houses have a responsibility, and that responsibility is to stand with the victims, not the predators. By downplaying terrorism, Qatar's biggest media outlet has exposed its true colors, but the world sees through the lies. Let me tell you that Kashmir will rise from this tragedy. India will emerge stronger, and the terrorists and their cheerleaders in foreign media will be left on the wrong side of the history. Terrorism has no religion, it has no justification, it deserves no sympathy. The blood of 26 innocent souls will not be forgotten. The world must stand with India firmly, clearly, and unapologetically.